My name's Curtis. I'm over here at JTech. Today we're going to be pulling the injectors off of this Cummins engine right here. If you follow me over here, we're going to be going for cylinder 1 right here. So we're going to have to pull this quill out right here, as this retaining nuts right here, and then this high pressure fuel line. Now be sure when you pull these fuel lines off that you let the engine rest first, because these are very high pressure fuel lines and you do not want to harm yourself. So let the engine cool off if it just ran. And let's get this valve cover off with a 10mm socket. First step in getting the injector out is taking these high pressure fuel lines off. So just go to your first cylinder right here, trace it back. It hooks up right here. You're gonna have to break this loose and then go from there. Now that we've released this from over here, this will pop out once we get this loose. All right, now that we got both ends of this popped off, you just have to free it from in here and then free it from over here, and it'll pop right off and you can set it to the side, okay? There we go. Next, we're gonna grab our 24mm wrench and go ahead and pop this quill out. All right, so we're gonna be going after cylinder 1 right here, and I need to make sure that you keep these wires in just the same spot you found them. Some engines it doesn't matter, but on this one it doesn't matter, but you need to make sure you keep them in the right spot just in case it does. So you put everything back just the way you found it. Take all these wires off. We're gonna take off this little arm right here, and then this down here, as well as this in here, and then we'll be good to go to pull the injector. Now to get those wires off right here, it's going to be an 8mm, and then to get this off right here, it's going to be a 13. All right, now using that same millimeter socket, we're going to go ahead and take this little clip off here that holds in your injector. So once you've taken your high pressure fuel lines out and your quill, you're ready to go take these wires off the injector like we've already done in the past. And then you want to take this retaining hold down thing right here off of the injector with an 8mm socket. So you take this out, and then you want to go into here with a lady slipper here in just a minute. All right, now with your lady slipper, you don't want to go up against this or anything like that. You want to come in over here, go underneath this, and then you pull back and pop your injector out of place. And then there we go. We pulled the injector. So when you go to put this back in, you make sure you line this hole up to where your quill comes out. So our quill goes in right here, and it comes out over here. Now what you really want to look for when you push down this injector is a nice little pop. If I can get it to pop. We didn't get no satisfying click. But it's in there all nice and sturdy. It's not going to pull back out if I pull on it, and if I push, there's not a lot of wiggle there either. So we're all good to go on that front. This little hold down clip here gets torqued to spec about 89 inch-pounds. All right, so next to we have a rocker arm that comes off the push rod. So we're going to put this down like this, just like how it's on the other ones here. This goes down in this hole here, and it gets torqued to 48 foot-pounds. All right, so the next step is going to be lining this quill up, putting it back in the hole that it goes into, and tighten it down to our injector. So put this through the hole like this, start tightening it down, then we're going to tighten it down with a 24-inch wrench, and then we're going to line up, put the high-pressure fuel line back in with that 19. Now you want to make sure you put these on the same way you took it off. So we're going to go through here. I'm going to pull these back a little bit, make sure to line up these little things into the holes before you tighten anything down. So a little bit hard to get in there, but once you get them in there, you can go ahead and get these started before you tighten them down with your 19mm wrench. So go ahead and get it started as much as you can with your hands, and then we are good to go on the wrench. And then all you need to do now is put these wires back on with your 8mm socket. They get tightened down to 11 inch-pounds, and then put the valve cover back on and you're good to go. All that's left is these wires up here. Put them down the same way you found them. And like I said, 8mm socket to 11 inch-pounds for these. And there we go. There's how you pull an injector out of this Cummins engine right here. And then all you gotta do now is put the valve cover back on, and you're all good to go. Thanks for watching, you guys.